Madam Mayor, I'd like to make a motion. Madam Mayor, I move that City of Burien withdraws with appropriate notice to the Matter Review Board designation of Area Y North Highline as a potential annexation area.
It has been moved and seconded that we do that. I'm going to point out that we usually don't take quick action like this when we do not have a full council present.
All due respect to the council members that aren't here because of their vacation schedules, city's business moves on. I'd like to speak on my motion.
Before you speak, I also want to point out that this is not a time-sensitive issue. You may proceed.
Thank you, Madam Deputy Mayor. You know, we've had a recent proposal in North Highline that basically has torn our community apart. And that proposal was rejected by the residents of North Highline by a 2-1 margin. It's time to bring our community, our city, the city of Burien back together. And annexation has been like a malignant tumor in our community. And it's time for us to remove that tumor and get back to taking care of Burien itself. So this is going to be the first of 3 motions that I'm going to make. The first motion will be to remove the problem. The second will be to bring the community together. And the third will be to demonstrate to the residents of Burien that the city's focused as return to Burien. So with that, I hope that it will be voted up and approved. Thank you.
Councilmember Robison.
Well, first off, the annexation was rejected 2-1. I don't believe it was a rejection of Burien as much as just a rejection of being annexed into any place and a reaction to a very, very active vote no campaign up there, which put on a major effort in the last 2 weeks before the election. I disagree with the characterization of it tearing the community apart. You know, a small number of people who were very vociferous, but that was not I did not get any large upswell from citizens of Burien, and I certainly never took my focus off the city of Burien. My belief that annexing that area is necessary for the future of Burien is based on my concern for the city of Burien. But I do find it offensive that something like this is brought up in a divided council when we have 2 members absent. This is brought up out of the blue and wants to pursue sudden action on it. And I believe it's an abuse, and I am strongly opposed to it. I believe that any such action should wait until we have a full council present.
Councilmember Block.
All due respect to Councilmember Robison, I want to remind Councilmember Robison that he made his motion to designate North Highline as a potential annexation area from the floor. So this is pretty much moving the same vein that you move forward with pushing annexation.
And I believe that was with a full council present.
Several times at different council meetings, I have pointed out that actions that are taken by some council members causes division among the council members. And I have expressed concern about those behaviors. When you put forth something that is kind of behind the backs of 2 council members who are not here, it was well known that they were not going to be here tonight. It is well known that there is no urgency with this matter. This is not an effort that is geared to good council relationships among ourselves, as far as the idea that that our community has been torn apart by this. I will totally disagree. I remember we had a survey, and the survey indicated something in the neighborhood of 3% of the existing Burien community was concerned about annexation. I will agree with you that there were a repetitive small number of people that spoke against annexation, and I am going to state flat out that there was a lot of misinformation there, such as the fact that the city said time and again that the taxes of people in the proposed annexation area would go up by $140. The anti-annexation people said we were liars. Consistently and constantly at public meetings, we were called liars because they said those taxes were going to go up $400. Where did they get the $400 figure? That answer was given to a reporter when they said they were assuming different taxes that Burien might choose to impose over the next several years. I defy anybody sitting here on council, anybody sitting in the audience, any staff person, to tell us what taxes we might impose in the next few years. Yet a dollar figure was put to that, and it was published to the community in the North Highline area. If you want to talk about divisiveness, that's where it comes from. It's actions like that, and actions like this at a council meeting when two members are absent only exacerbates that. So I totally disapprove of this action, and would encourage council members to wait until we have a full council before we have such a discussion.
Call for the question.
You are showing extreme disrespect to the full council member block, and I am terribly disappointed. We have stood before students and talked to students about their leadership, including everybody, working together, teamwork. Explain to me, where is that right now?
Councilmember Clark, I've called for the question. I believe you're out of order.
All right. Register your votes. Unfortunately, the minority on the council tonight has chosen to ignore their absent members and have passed this.
Madam Deputy Mayor, I'd like to make a motion. Madam Deputy Mayor, I move that at the April 2013 special election, the citizens of Burien shall be given an opportunity to choose between a mayor council form of government or city manager form of government.
At this point in time, I'm going to recess the meeting, and I am leaving my seat. I am not going to sit here and chair a meeting where we so flagrantly disregard the protocols that we have instituted in times past. So right now, this meeting is recessed.